चारिणे निर्विशेषाय शून्यवादी पाशादेशतारि जयो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So we are in the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 5th shloka. Antakale chamameva smaran muktva kalevaram yati prayati samadbhavam yati nasti yatra samshayaha. And whoever at the time of that quits his body remembering me alone at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. Sometimes we tell students also as teachers, पढ़ोगे नहीं तो कहाँ जाओगे, करेक्ट? उनको तो some students are studying in a way that it feels they don't know they will be outside the college after 4 years, correct? The same way life is also a big exam. And our desires keep changing. So many new desires we have. Just like we grow, we are small, then we become bigger. Same dress cannot fit. What dress you were wearing 10 years ago, you cannot wear now. The same way, we have so many varieties of desires, we grow. The gross body actually facilitates the enjoyment of the subtle body. Gross body is created based on the desires of the subtle body. We have 3 bodies: spiritual body, subtle body, gross body. Spiritual body, forget now, that is very advanced, that is always mukta. But presently it is in sleeping condition. It is never gets contaminated, it's always pure, soul is always pure. But there is a form, it has a form. Just like when I am wearing this shirt, because I have a form, shirt has a form. Similarly, I have a body, because originally soul also has a form. Otherwise, conceptually you cannot understand hand. Hand is a concept, no. It may be whatever inside filled, that's a separate issue. When you say hand, it means something. I know, basically. Anyway, this is a big, we can do analysis later. So what is happening is that I am surrounded by a body, 2 bodies. Just like I may wear undershirt, then I may have shirt. Undershirt is subtle body, this is gross body. And originally is soul. Soul is a servant of the Lord. It has only one identity. Jiva Krishna Das. It has no other identity. Till it denies that identity, just like Kirtan is there, how nice it feels. Because it's like a resonance. What soul wants, we are giving him first time. So nice. Sometimes you go to temple, correct? Where Lord is being worshipped. How nice it feels. Even though nothing is happening, some stone is there, building is there. But just you enter that place, why? Because the soul has come to the master's place. At least, you brought me to my right place. You brought me to my home. So we are not aware that actually at a point of time, this body will not be with us. It is common sense actually. Pashyanapi na pashyati. Dikke bhi nahi dikta. Just like अब टीचर से बोलते हैं ना, अभी 4 साल हो गए, पढ़ोगे नहीं तो क्या होगा, तुम्हारा क्या जॉब मिलेगा, तुम क्या होगा, है ना? बट वो फिर भी नहीं, असाइनमेंट नहीं करता है, एग्जाम में नहीं आता. इट्स अ क्वाइट कॉमन थिंग. वी आर ऑल सी एज टीचर्स. द सेम वे वी आर ऑल्सो लिविंग अ लाइफ. With an example is given of Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj has 7 days remaining. Who is Parikshit Maharaj? Anybody know? Grandson of Arjuna, son of Abhimanyu, who died in the battle. From Pandava's side, he was the biggest loss in the war, Abhimanyu. Anyway, that's a big story. Why he died also, that is a big story. Now, Abhimanyu was married when he died, and his wife was pregnant. And the child was Parikshit. Actually, he was bored by the astra, Brahmastra of Ashwathama, but Krishna gave him a new body. He didn't allow him to die. So now what happened was, this king was very saintly because he was brought up by Pandavas. Pandavas are all great devotees of the Lord. That is the first qualification. And somebody was asking me, who is the hero of Mahabharata, Arjuna or Karna? As an idiot, Mahabharata, the hero is Krishna. Rest are irrelevant. They are there or not there, it is irrelevant. Krishna would have used Arjuna or he would have used some other person. Just like Ramayana, who is the hero of Ramayana? Lord Rama, no? What is the discussion about that? So somehow we have nowadays atheists and they want Mahabharata minus Krishna. That is not possible. Bhagavad Gita minus Krishna. Mad or what? Similarly, can be Ramayana without Lord Rama. They say, no, North India there is a joke. Ramayana पढ़ के पूछ रहे सीता कौन थी, है ना? Similarly, today we feel a joke situation. So anyway, Pandavas were glorious because they were servants of the Lord. Suppose somebody, is it not possible somebody is atheist and he is a good person also? Atheist means Rakshas. There is no other definition for it. Atheist means, why? How can he say like that? Somebody can be atheist and can be a nice person also. Not possible. I tell you why. Suppose there is a bank in Bangalore. Corporation Bank headquarters Bangalore mein hai. Correct? You all know that. Other banks have shifted to Bangalore. Originally they are from Bangalore, but they have shifted their headquarters to Bangalore because there is no business here. Now suppose all of us plan, we are all technical people, somebody brings a drilling machine, somebody brings manufactures a gun. Nowadays 3D printer you can make a gun also. So ऐसा बना के सब लोग चले गए, अपना technology लगाए, and you loot the bank and bring the money. Okay? And then we say, let us now divide the money morally. What is morality remaining when money is stolen? Can you say morality now? Morally divide करो फिर. अरे यार morally क्या बचा? अब धर्म क्या बचा? Foundation तो अधर्म ही है ना. चोरी का पैसा है, उसमें क्या धर्म होता है? Similarly, this creation belongs to the Lord. It is not your property, my property. भगवान का creation है. Correct? There is no sin greater than denying it. जैसे कोई बेटा पिताजी को डिनाई कर दे, उससे बड़ा पाप क्या बचा? उसके बाद क्या बचा? पाप ही है उसका जीवन. करेक्ट? मदर फादर को कोई डिनाई करके रोड में आ जाए, फिर बोले धर्म, क्या धर्म? तो सबसे बड़ा धर्म तो तूने पहले ही कर दिया, है ना? The parents would take care of you, you have rejected them. Then what dharma is remaining? Similarly, Krishna actually the original creator. So after rejecting him, there is no dharma remaining. So there can be no moral person who is atheist. Not possible. All nonsense. We reject it immediately. Yasyas bhakti bhagavati akinchana sarvai gunai tatra samasate sura. All the wonderful qualities come when somebody becomes devotee of the Lord. Just like if you go near the sun, what happens? You'll also become hot. Now nobody dares to go. Mars तक try कर रहे हैं, sun पे जाओ ना, पूरा आपका spaceship जल जाएगा. But suppose you even go nearby, you'll become hot or not? Venus and all something, you will become hot. Similarly, if you go near God, God is all pure. Pavitram. You'll also become hot. Now, different kinds of ways we can, any yoga system means to meditate on God. Correct? There is no question of yoga means to add. Viyoga means to subtract. आपके वियोग में बहुत रो रहे थे हम. Hindi, I am speaking of Hindi is very near to Sanskrit and is our mother tongue. But nearby words are there. Sanskrit also these words will be there. आपके वियोग में. वियोग means subtraction. आपके विरह में हम रो रहे हैं. वियोग. संयोग से आपसे मुलाकात हुई है आज. योग means addition. ठीक है? वियोग means subtraction. So yoga means to add God to your life. So there is no question of many people do that. Now I want to become spiritual, I'll do meditation. All farce. Simply humbug and bogus. Meditation on what? Meditation on what? That is first, no? See, suppose somebody says, I'm going to concentrate and study. Which book? First you decide on which book. Otherwise what do they use? I'll cause a study. What? You study newspaper then. So you meditate on what? That question should be clear, no? नहीं मैं बैठ के मेडिटेट करूँगा. ये सब वो बड़ा बड़ा योगा सोसाइटीज बना हुआ है और अच्छा धंधा चल रहा है, पैसा बन रहा है. But they are not able to teach you first thing that meditation means meditation on God. Bhagavad Gita, there is a chapter on meditation also, Ashtanga Yoga. Krishna says, Mat chitaha, mat paraha, meditate on me. There is karma yoga, there is jnana, all the yoga system, the object of meditation is Krishna. Okay? Today we are sinful because we are rejecting God. Yoga makes you to perceive God. Not only we understand on the authority of the scriptures, we understand on the authority of the great acharyas that God is there. But yoga, just like आप क्या करते हो? In the class, you teach theory to the students. So how do you say, sir, this all is true? Come to the lab, I'll show you. A practical to demonstrate. It's not some empty theory, correct? So similarly, the way to learn, even to learn small physics, chemistry, you have to do this process. Suppose some student stands outside your college. यहाँ जो पढ़ा रहा सब बकवास है. Everything inside is bogus. Suppose he said, is there any meaning? First he should become qualified. First he should be qualified. Otherwise he can't learn. Then he should get admitted to the college. Then he should patiently hear what theory you are telling in the class. He should do all assignment. Correct? He should give all exam. Then he should come for practical. And then he should follow the practical if he is sincere. Mostly practical lab में वो नाटक करने आते हैं. But suppose he is sincere. He say, yes sir. What you taught in the class, I verified it is correct. The same way, if for learning the small things, you have to follow some discipline, you have to follow some process, and you want to know God, and no process. And another thing is that here in material science we are learning some dead laws. Dead means there is no person there, dead laws. Here you are trying to know the lawmaker, the person itself. Little different, process is little different. Principle is same. There should be theory, there should be practical, at the end the result. But in science or material science, Jada Gyan, the end is some dead energy, no? Some equation, something. But here you are meeting the energetic. See, this is the mistake of the science and the Vedas. The science finally says the end there is some energy. Generally, taken. Whatever you say, Big Bang or whatever. Finally some energy would start. It's not very reasonable. Say we are here now, some electricity is there. From where it is coming? You follow. Power plant is there. Power plant se aa rahi. No. Engineer is there. Otherwise plant will not run. Just like your college is there, big building is there. Engineers have made the building or building made the engineer? अभी आपका सिटी सेंटर कॉम्प्लेक्स है. Some engineer made the complex or complex made the engineer? Tell me which is correct. Engineer. Correct. Always energetic Shaktiman is higher than Shakti. This is a very big Siddhanta. Try to get it. These are not small things. They're very big things. But you are intelligent, you try to grab. Most people, they don't understand philosophy. Oh, गए कुछ मंदिर है नमस्कार किया आगे क्या है भी नहीं मालूम. But you people are intelligent, so you should try to understand. It is common sense. We are not telling anything unreasonable. Always energetic is higher than the energy. Say train you are sitting. We are going to Vrindavan. You want to come, you all can also see. Diwali time maybe it will be convenient for them. पूरा कॉलेज में बोलो हम सब लोग छुट्टी जा रहे हैं वैसे ही बंद हो जाएगा. Students be happy, आप भी happy. Anyway, so we are sitting on we are sitting on say S5. You see how S5 is moving. S4 is. How S4 is moving, you will go forward. Correct? You are trying to understand. First time you are sitting on the train. S3 is pulling. Keep going, you read the engine. Correct? And how the engine is working? Our driver is there. Otherwise engine will not work. Sometimes they tell us, no, there was some energy, it exploded. Explosion always leads to destruction. Explosion does not lead to organized construction. If I take a bomb and throw in your college, क्या building up बहुत अच्छी बन जाएगी या जो था वो भी टूट जाएगा? Isn't it reasonable? I mean, it's true. What we are giving is quite counter See, we're not saying science is bogus, but we are saying it is limited. As far as studying some material laws, that much. It should know its limitation. Philosophy, just like if I know how to make a machine and drive in the city, that is what is all material science. But then when you make a tool and you want to know, you do something with the tool. That is all material science will teach. Doctors will learn how to cut and stitch and cut something out. Engineers will learn something. Basically dealing with matter. But then more important than that is when you drive in the city, you should not kill people. Now recently a 14-year-old boy killed one full family. 14-year-old boy. He was driving only at 150 km/h. किसने कार दी उसका मालूम नहीं. 3-4 लोग मार दिए उसने. पूरा पेमेंट पूरा फैमिली उसने खत्म कर दी. So not only you should know how to drive the car, you should also know you should not hit other people on the road. So that science does not teach. Morality is not within science. They talk professional ethics, yes, it's only time pass. Now you are teaching, you are making wonderful engineers, they'll earn 25,000-30,000 salary, starting ho jata hai, correct? What do they do after that? Weekend go and drink. That's all. They don't save 1 rupee. I have personal experience. 1 rupee nobody saves. Whatever you give them salary, they'll finish by the weekend. Some of you would have seen, would have worked, job experience, correct? So we are giving them a tool to make a livelihood, but because we don't teach them any morality, whatever they earn is wasted. Correct? So much good work they can do. So many poor people are there, they can help. Why all the engineers are sitting in bar in the weekend? Why don't they get that money, do some good work? They can do or not? You know that once you enter a bar or some big restaurant, simply we fight for party. Now you give party, you give party. I also remember. We find some excuse for a friend to give party and then so much money is wasted. Collect that money, do some good work. So morality platform, I'm saying, higher than science. ये दुनिया में morality नहीं चाहिए science. नहीं चाहिए. अरे खुशी तो रहो, अच्छे से लोग रहो. Suppose you go to Afghanistan, कहीं job नहीं मिला. You go to, now there are many places which are burning. Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, and that, what is that? Next to Gaza. All are burning. Yes, life is not certain there. Suppose you get a good job there, you will go. अभी इराक से पकड़ के लाए ना, बचा के लाए. You go there, suppose. Will anybody allow? Nobody will allow at all. They will listen. Even though they're all. So similarly, if life is at risk and everything is confusion, better live a simple life. There is no need of science. Take it done. But then even more important, the morality I understood is more important than science. ठीक है? अगर आपका बेटा कॉलेज जाके बेड़ के दारू बन रहा है, दारूबाज बन रहा है, बेटा घर में ही रहो. No need of education. Morality, correct? You don't like to lose a character. That's why Christianity, or what profit is a man if he gains the whole world but loses his soul? It's a good statement. Now next car. More important than knowing how to drive is not to hit other people in the car. Otherwise, don't give him car. You give car to somebody, driving skill you teach, but if he uses the driving skill to kill 10 people in the road, better don't teach him driving. Similarly, we have found some engineers are there. They are using their skill to make bombs. We caught some terrorists were caught who using their engineering how to make timer for the bomb. Better don't teach him engineering. Very dangerous. If somebody doesn't have morality, science is very dangerous to be given to that person. He'll misuse. Right? This is also. But then even more important than this, most of the people stop at this. I should be a good engineer. I should earn my livelihood. Correct? At the same time, sometimes I should save some money, do some good work. This is enough for my life. No. One more stage is there. Suppose you know how to drive the car. That is very good. You know not to kill people on the road. That is also very good. But what is the third thing? You should know where to go. You should know where to go. Suppose somebody is driving, 2,000 rupee petrol he puts in the car. Whole day is driving in Bangalore city. तो आपका मूड बिदरी, he goes to Puttur, घूम रहा है without accident, but doesn't know where he has to go. What is the use? So most important thing, whole society is forgetting what is the purpose of life. उस क्वेश्चन को छोड़ देते हैं, सबसे important क्वेश्चन को छोड़ देते हैं, without which everything else is useless. At the end of it, you don't know why you live. That is why I found this is a reason. You see, what you get, you're all teaching. The students you get, if you study how much hours they spend in 11th and 12th class, they have been spending maybe 10 to 12 hours a day to study, correct? You see, we have a tuition, next to us there is a tuition small house. Morning, 6 o'clock they are going. That means they must have got up 5 o'clock in the morning to attend tuition before school. And then after, again 5 o'clock they are back in the evening. Till 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock they are studying. Even 8th class, 9th class, so much they study. But after coming to college, 15 minutes average is not there. You know the reality. You are all teachers, you know. That's the frustration, no? First class, when you go to the teacher, students will be very happy because they can understand. Second class, they have to read first class, otherwise they will not understand. After second class, no relationship. First class is always very good, any teacher. Wow, fuck. So what is the reason why they are not studying? At home, there was a pressure. But when they become free, there is no pressure. They stop studying. So what they need is self-generated momentum, which will only come if they know what is the goal of their life. Parents don't teach that. Beta, you should go to college, you will get some money, earn and sleep. When you give this kind of samskaras to the child, it's a great disaster actually. The biggest contribution father has to give to the parents have to give, father and mother to the child, is some vision of life. Correct? Some vision, what he has to achieve in his life. And most of the parents limit themselves to just money. Isn't it the mistake? Some who can cook, some friend is making lot of money. They say, see, wo itna paisa kama raha hai, aur tu kuch nahi. Arey, why don't you see I am such a noble son? I have no bad habits. I am sincere in my life. No, that has no value. Value is how much money somebody is earning. True or not? I was in my college, I remember, there was one boy, super genius. His M.Tech thesis was 4 pages, accepted by the college. 4 pages. Genius. Then after that, the college, he came to the college, said, I got huge job. They thought he has, taken in some university or some big research lab, some big job. He had taken a job in a bank in Gulf. Why? So much money, sir. So everything is compared with? Everything is compared with money. Sometimes teachers also, whatever you do, teaching is not a money-making business at all. It's a Brahminical business. Correct? But if you start comparing, you say, yeah, mera student, mere se zyada salary come. Then teachers get frustrated. No. Every profession is different. Brahmana profession is different, Vaishya profession is different. Brahmana never compares money Vaishya is making. No. It's another satisfaction, another level. He has better things to do. He has better things to do. So it's very much important that the whole society very clearly understand what is the goal of life. And the highest goal of life Krishna is giving here is saying, at the time of death, if you remember me, then you come to my nature. You come to Vaikuntha. Why? Kuntha. Kuntha means anxiety. Correct? Kannada also Kuntha means anxiety. That word is not there in Kannada. Sanskrit, that word is there. Kuntha. Kashta. Kashta. That word is not there. In Sanskrit, that word is there. Kuntha. This word is full of anxiety. And spiritual word? No anxiety. In this word, what is the cause of anxiety? What is the... another word. Okay. Now, what is the cause of anxiety in this word? Death. Because everybody has that in the mind, nobody will admit it. But fear is there. One day I'll die. Some people say, I'm not scared of death. You create some situation, earthquake, he's the first person to run. Everybody is scared of death. They become so fearful. Then disease. Now one dangerous disease has come in Africa. And the tears will come like blood from the eyes. What is the name of the disease? 30, 40 amino acids, that's all. A small virus, goes inside the body, multiplies nicely, blood stops clotting, and something it does, person dies like in a horror movie, where blood coming from the eyes, from ears, and 90% success rate, death. If you get 90% chance, you will die. So bhaya, if you get that, you will get scared, no? Now it will only in Africa, but so many planes are traveling, it can come. In India, if it come nicely, it will spread. At least in rich countries, they have some lot of, they immediately quarantine, जिसको मिला उसको immediately अलग कर दो. यहाँ कहाँ है, देखो पब्लिक गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल में वहीं पड़ा रहता है 20 लोग एक ही कमरे में पड़े रहते हैं. It will spread like anything. Poor countries, it will spread like anything. So we get bhaya. I should not get that disease. Correct? So many dangerous diseases are there. So many dangerous diseases are there. Somebody went for swimming and he got one dangerous disease in water and he died. Rarest one disease is there. It goes to the brain and goes to mouth. Finish. There are so many dangerous diseases. You heard? There are so many bhayanak diseases. We get scared. Cancer. So 1/3 people die by cancer. If you know how fearful that pain is. So death is there, old age is there. Old age is also, everybody has an old person at home, 80 years, 90 years. You see there how much difficulty the body gives. And then rebirth in this world. Birth, very few people know how painful it is. It's very, very painful. Nowadays they have started a debate on euthanasia. Supreme Court is asking public what to do. And if you don't know, just shut up. No, what is the use of asking public? Do you make your science by public? Which, if you go to MA or 3MA, you say public, please tell us. Are public, what to tell us? You have to go to experts. They are asking public opinion. What do you think? We should have euthanasia or we should not have euthanasia? But they don't know what is death first. First to understand what is death. Unless they understand what is soul, how they will understand death? How can body of death? Body is always dead. Full, क्या कहते हैं, गद्दास. Common sense is not there. And a body is always dead. Where there is life in the body. Just like a child is born dead, does it grow? Does it grow? It doesn't grow. Life is not in the body, life is in the soul. Therefore, always we should have living soul and dead body. Always identify like that. Body doesn't have life. Body is just a packet of bone, stool, urine. There is no life in that. Life is in the... Where is the life? You're getting the point? In the hand there is any life? There is no life. Life is actually the soul. Soul is the experiencer. So this is the fundamental thing. So now at the time of death, death of what? Not the soul. Death of the body. Correct? What quits the body? The soul. And whoever is referring to the soul, at the time of death, death of what? The body. Quits his body. The soul leaves the body now. Okay, what happens? Remembering me alone. But what way it leaves? In full samadhi on Krishna. What happens to that? At once attain my nature. He also gets a spiritual, he enters into spiritual platform. Spiritual platform is fully as a servant, Dasa of the Lord, he enters Vaikuntha. Satchidananda, Krishna's nature is Satchidananda, eternal, that is the nature of the Lord. What is the nature of the soul? Satchidananda. Sat means eternal, soul is eternal. Your periodic table में कुछ eternal चीजें नहीं है. Soul is eternal. Then Chit full of knowledge. Soul is full of knowledge. That's why when death is coming, we don't like. Somebody tells some friend died. How yaar? Yesterday I was with him. We are eating in a restaurant and today he died. I can't believe. We have that news. No? Why death is a shock? Because soul is eternal. Death is surprising for the soul. When doctor says you will die, I am shocked. Why? Even though people are dying around, I cannot accept it because by nature soul is eternal. It is very surprised why things should die. Full of knowledge. Therefore, any ignorance we want to know. There is no limit. In any field of knowledge, you can keep knowing. You go to the library, every book you open, so much to know. Why soul wants to know? Actually, it is full of knowledge. Therefore, it doesn't like this ignorance. Suppose I close that room. You put a small child, he wants to open the door. You don't open the door, he'll start crying. He wants to see what is there. You give somebody a packet. He wants to see what is inside the packet. Correct? Hota na curiosity. Why? Because actually, soul knows everything. Therefore, it doesn't like this. It is eternal, full of knowledge. And then, Ananda, full of happiness. It is always full of bliss. But today, it is Achit. It is sitting in a body which is temporary. It is not Sat. The body is Achit, which is surprise for me. It is not natural to me. Chit, I am sitting in complete ignorance. Kuch malum nahi. I don't even know what will happen tomorrow. In complete ignorance I am sitting. I don't even know so many things, how this thing is functioning. Some things I know, I don't know everything. So much ignorance I am having. Correct? Can I say I am all knowing? No. So much ignorance. I don't even know how LCD functions. I don't know. Okay. So many things you don't know. Even your own body, you are eating food, you don't know how it is digested. You don't know. You are putting it inside, but you don't know. Even no scientist knows fully. They are still confused. Such shit. Recently they are saying, it has come, that ghee will not produce clot. Always Ayurveda said ghee is rasayana, it will never produce clot. They put ghee on the saturated foods, no? They said don't take. They put whole culture in society came. Now they are saying research is done, it is not correct actually. Always speculative. Keep changing. One day something, another day something. Gita Krishna says one thing, no change. Krishna is not saying, no, we can have to change it. You don't have to change. Perfect. That is called knowledge. What is knowledge? Today you say something, tomorrow you say something. That is knowledge. That is ignorance. Can you call it knowledge? No. Knowledge means it should be correct always. So we are always seeking Ananda, but we are sitting in a body which always gives me pain. Birth, old age, disease, death. All four are pain. Constantly I am suffering pain in this. Therefore I am not comfortable. Okay? So Krishna is saying, come to Vaikuntha. There is no more birth, eternal. You can every day, you are Krishna's friend, every day you can go and play with Krishna. You will not die, Krishna will never die. You are eternal. Sat. You are full of knowledge, everything you know. And most important field of knowledge is, you know God, you know Krishna. He is the source of knowledge. Satchit, Ananda, and your unlimited happiness in relation with God. Unlimited happiness. Take it. So therefore, Krishna, why Krishna is offering, come to my Vaikuntha, he's telling, you know, if you do that, it's like you tell somebody, you do this, you will get a big job. So the end is attractive, will work, no? Otherwise will it work? You tell, you do assignment, you will get a good marks, and then you can sit for placement, otherwise you are not eligible for placement also. Some colleges I see, they come to 4th year, out of 400, 100 people are also not eligible for placement. I think 25%, 30%, that's a standard. Most of the VTU colleges, I think 25-30% people are only eligible. I'm not saying everyone, most. True? So you tell him you study, otherwise you will not get a job like that. You have to give it. At the end, what is the benefit? So similarly, Krishna is saying, if you become Krishna conscious, you will come back to Vaikuntha. That is the benefit. But today people are not conscious. So Parikshit Maharaj, when he came to know 7 days are remaining, he got a curse to die within 7 days. He ruled the world very nicely, but something unfortunate happened. He got a curse to die in 7 days. That's a big story. He immediately handed his kingdom to his son Janmajaya and went to the banks of the Yamuna, sat down and heard Bhagavata for 7 days. He was at least sure he has 7 days. We don't know we are going to live for 7 minutes. Are you guaranteed to live for 7 minutes? Some people at 25 years also get heart attack and finish. There is no guarantee. You go on the road and finish. No guarantee. And see, that exam comes at a time. After 4 years it will come. This exam, we don't know when it is like a surprise quiz. The death exam is like a surprise quiz. It comes anytime. We have to be ready. Correct? The students padhte nahi hai, surprise quiz padhta na. Similarly, Surprise quiz will come anytime. You should be alert and ready. Okay? So therefore Krishna is saying, whoever at the time of death quits his body, remembering me alone, anything else, we are back to this world. Mam ekam, only me, nothing else. At once attains my nature. That you require. Even 0.1% heart is polluted by some desire. The Prabhupada says it is not possible. Remembrance of Krishna is not possible for the impure soul. Unless heart is pure, you cannot remember. So whole spiritual life means to purify. Purify, correct? If you become spiritual means we take up good habits, we give up bad habits. Cleanliness is next to godliness. You cannot approach God if you are not pure. You have to become, God is pure. How can you go near Him if you are impure? Right? Krishna will not talk to nonsense. You can only approach Krishna if you become pure. And what is the way to become pure? Chant. In Kali Yuga, the best process. Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Huh? And how to chant? Humble state of mind. Become humble, namra. ये नहीं आज उसने क्या बोला, उसकी क्या हिम्मत हो गई, क्या सोचता है अपने आप. If all this thing is in your head, you cannot chant. Become humble. Simple. I am a small person. God is great. I am small. Peacefully sit and chant. Then you can chant. Otherwise you cannot. Process is difficult to practice if you are proud. Become humble. A small servant of Krishna. Krishna, give me an opportunity to chant your holy name. You sit and chant. If you follow this process, a simple process. Now you are educated people, you can try to understand some philosophy. And it is useful because understanding means you will do it sincerely. Okay? Even if you don't understand, if you chant, the process is that. It take you back to Krishna. Suppose some village man is, usko philosophy को समझ, क्या करना है मेरे को? नाम जप करो, finished. He'll go back to Krishna by that. If you put hand in fire, you know or not know, fire will burn your hand. The process will work. So why delay? We should immediately accept. It's an authorized process. There is no harm. Is there any harm when you chant Hare Krishna? Is there any loss? Is there any expenditure? कोई overdose है, underdose है, side effects है, कुछ नहीं है. Why not accept? No harm. Anyway, in good faith, let me do an experiment. चलो भाई एक महीना I'll chant every day. I'll sit down and see what happens. Till below 20 years, and Prahlad Maharaj also says, there's only bachpana. We deal with them, kids. बच्चों की तरह भागते रहते हैं, meaninglessly. But your age, you all have come. There is sobriety. Just like when you take class for MTech people, sometimes I also go. One thing doesn't happen. They don't do bachpana. They're sitting peaceful. At 18 years, 19 years, the natak is there, running here, running there. Teacher बोल रहा है, पीछे से भाग गए, ये क्या वो. MTech लोग का भी नहीं करते. They're silent. Right? Now maturity has come. So therefore, we should use it for Krishna. We should understand very nicely that I can save some time every day and I can chant the names of the Lord. What is going to happen? You don't even know the benefit. There is no loss. You cannot imagine the benefit. And the benefit Prabhupada is telling you. What is the benefit? He attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. Krishna is the greatest authority. He's saying don't doubt. This is the benefit you will get. Okay? And it's not that only at the time of death suddenly you will get that benefit. As you keep chanting, you will see landmarks after landmarks you're crossing. Just like I tell you, from here you can go to Moodbidri like that. But not only that, I will after 45 minutes see that on the way I can see stops after stops. And I know I'm on the right track. So when you begin the process itself, you'll be very sure, yes, this is very, you don't have to go a certificate from somebody. Yes, it's an authorized process and it's very effective. And what is the process? To practice spiritual life in Kali Yuga, chant, simply chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. But इतना simple है, लोगों को लगता है बस इतना simple. नहीं, एक पैर उधर करने का, हाथ उधर डालने का, नहीं. बस इतना ही करो, बहुत बड़ी चीज़ होगी. दिखने में बहुत simple लगता है, बैठ के करो तो. You cannot, 1 second you cannot hold the mic. Because not only we chant, we have to hear the vibration. Our mind is going all around the universe. It's not easy. It looks easy, it's not easy. And the more you concentrate, more it will be effective. Okay? Srila Prabhupada ki.